Alright. So, over there too. Okay. So you all saw the royal wedding, I take it. It was perfect, wasn't it? I mean, I thought it was beautiful, you know? The ceremony, the tradition. Prince Charles riding in on Camilla.
Yeehaw!
Thought it was amazing. Or the bride was so beautiful. Amazing. If they keep up with the tradition, last time they had such a beautiful bride, well, let me just say, Elton, go to piano, start composing We May Need You. Okay. Too early. But all in all, what did I read? The whole ceremony, all that, they spent 30 million pounds on that. Wow. And they still didn't have an open bar. Anyways, next up we have from the US, from Texas. Wait till you see her, you can explode. How was that? Poker by night, teacher by day. Please, big round of applause for Charlene Scott Gibson.
Apparently I brought my fan club with me tonight. Thanks for coming, guys! Hi! So, hallo. Meine Name ist Charlene. Und ich komme hier heute für spreche Englisch richtig. Yeah? Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me practice. That was awesome. I've been in Germany for almost 5 years now, and I'm just now getting to the point where I feel like I can understand some of the things that people say to me in German, and then I can say things back in German, which is kind of the whole point of learning a language, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. In fact, today I went to the gas station first to put gas in my car, and as I was leaving, the attendant looked at me and said, "Oh, gute Fahrt!" And it was great, because I could look at him and say, "Ich weiß nicht." Because, you know, he thought I farted. Just wanted to, you know, clear that up, because it wasn't me. So. But that's a great thing that I love about the German language. There are so many words in German and in English that are the same. So it makes it a lot easier to learn the language. Sorry, I'm going to wait, we're having some issues. But it's great because there's so many words in German and in English that are the same, so it just makes it so much easier to learn, right? So I'm in a club a few days ago, and this girl comes up to me and, well, she starts hitting on me. And I'm like, well, and I wanted to be nice, I mean, I was flattered and everything, but I mean, I like men, I have a boyfriend, so I looked at her and I said, "Ich liebe Dick." Everything, but then, well, she tried hitting on me, so I think maybe my accent was like a little bit off or something. So I got a little scared and I ran outside, and I nearly ran into a German man who was standing there peeing on the wall, which is so nasty, right? Oh, I hate it. But I don't know the word in German for nasty yet, so I looked at him and I said, "Oh, das ist gross." And then he looked at me and said, "Dankeschön." But I think it was pretty good because, you know, I feel like, you know, I bridged a gap, and I think I expressed that it's more appropriate for him to use a toilet next time. So I think it was good. I think we did a good thing there. So that was nice. But yeah. But I love living in Germany. I'm actually from Texas, obviously, along with everybody over there. I'm not sure how we all ended up here, but yay for us. So these guys will tell you, these guys know. Texas, I love being from Texas because the weather there doesn't confuse me. Yeah, we have 2 seasons in Texas. Leaves on, leaves off. It is Very simple. And incredibly efficient, I might add. Over here in Germany, fall is the flippin' drama queen of nature. Right? Seriously, it is freezing cold outside, but the leaves refuse to die. I mean, you go out, they're completely green, despite the fact that it's, you know, ice on everything, and then you walk out the next week and it's like, all the leaves. It's I don't know, it's like those, the movies that you see with the bad guy that they shoot 35 times, but he's still crawling across the floor because they won't die. That's how it is with the leaves. You go out, and you look at these leaves, and it's like, yellow. And then you go out another week later, the leaves are all still there. Red. And then another week later, ooh, brown, oh crap. So, yeah. I mean, for those people that look at me and I say, well, I have to live somewhere where there's 4 seasons. Those people are just flat out greedy, let me tell you. So, I'm actually moving back to the States this summer. I love it here, and I have loved it, but it's time for me to go back. I know it's very sad. But I'm excited about getting back. However, I am not excited about all the questions that I will get once I get there. And I know this has happened to you guys too. I know this. You go back. For those of you, if you live overseas for a while and then you go back, everyone wants to know about, you know, the place you've been, and they think they're so smart. But the questions they ask, they're really, really stupid. Like, oh, you live in Germany? Have you been to Oktoberfest? Yes. Have you driven on the Autobahn? Yes. Have you smoked pot in the Netherlands? Yes. No. Comment? But those aren't the questions that actually scare me. The questions that always scare me have to do with pop culture. Because inevitably, after having lived overseas, almost 5 years here, another 3 years in Japan, there are lots of things, obviously, that I have missed. For example, my little sister calls me the other day and she says, "Did you see How I Met Your Mother?" Yeah. I was there. And for the record, she's your mother too. Oh, a TV show. Oh, sorry, my bad. And that always happens to me, so then I feel a little bit stupid. So for some people here, your 500 euro ticket might just be this little hop across the pond, but for me, it's like this manic chance to cram in all of the pop culture I possibly can before I go back to the States. Yeah. I figured out a better way around this, though. See, it's not so much knowing about the pop culture that will keep you out of trouble, because, you know, everybody can know that. It's more about the high culture that no one else knows about. See, because if you can harness that, then you're golden and nothing else matters, right? Because you can get 2 responses after living overseas. You go back, one of 2 things can happen. And the first is someone look at you and say, "Oh, you live in Germany?" And this happens when someone asks you if you've seen, say, I don't know, the latest like Harry Potter movie or something, and you say, no. I don't like that. I want to go back and have the air of international mystique and intrigue. I want people to look at me and say, oh, you live in Germany. The way that I do that, when I get on the plane, I watch all of the foreign films, all of the documentaries, everything that is going to make me sound smart. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. So that when I get back and someone comes up to me and asks something like, oh, have you seen the latest Harry Potter movie? I can look at them and and go, no. Tell me, have you seen Sacre de la Bois? Charming little documentary that came out of South Africa this year. Anyone with any kind of global perspective has seen a truly brilliant epic film. You know, when you're done watching your little sorcerer movie, maybe you should check that out. Yeah. Let me tell you, that works every time. All right, so that's it for me for this round. I will be back, so thank you guys so much.
Please, give them second week for tonight. We'll make a short break. Before that, just want to warn all the guys, and just include you, Rambo. If you come up to me after the show, you know, I know these standard pickup lines, you know? Very often, for example, guys come up to me, aren't you a little pretty for being a stand-up comedian? Aren't you a little ugly to be talking to me? Anyways, 10 to 15-minute break. Bon appetit. And we'll see you later. Woo!
Leslie, können wir noch 2 Uso auf Eis haben und noch ein gezapftes Pilz? Draußen, danke.